Joining us now is David Quammen. He's the best-selling author and journalist who went on expeditions with Goodall in the Congo around 2002. It's great to have you here. So you spent time with Goodall as she was in the Congo studying. What did you learn from her?
Well, I learned that that there is a strength that comes from being a very gentle, sweet person. She set out to fight a brutal war against the mistreatment, first of chimpanzees and then of wildlife generally, but she did it with goodness, with kindness, with gentleness. So what I learned from her is the way that strength can be combined with love and gentleness for other creatures, other forms of life in addition to humans.
We just played a moment, in this introduction to you, where Jane Goodall is releasing one of the chimps that she has rehabilitated, into the wild. The chimp runs back to her, embraces her, doesn't seem to want to let go of her. It's extraordinary. You say she saw chimps as individuals.
That's right. That's right. When she began her study at Gombe in 1960, one of the very first things that happened was that one chimp from these wild groups of chimps came into her camp and started to show curiosity and trust toward her. And she named that chimp, it's now a famous chimp, she named that chimp David Graybeard. And it was beginning with David Graybeard that she established this sort of individual to individual link with animals of another species, our closest living relative species. And from there, she developed the ability to follow and to be trusted by whole groups of chimpanzees, which led to the discoveries that you've already mentioned, important discoveries of chimpanzee behavior.
What were the most important?
Well, you mentioned some of them. The fact that chimpanzees used tools, the fact that chimpanzees even made tools, constructed simple tools, such as a little straw probe that they could use to reach down a hole and pull out ants or termites to eat, that chimpanzees pursued prey, chimpanzees killed and ate other forms of animals. Chimpanzees conducted warfare against other chimpanzees. So she learned things about how gentle and smart they were, but also how ferocious they could be at times.
Well, it sounds like she learned that they're a lot like human beings.
She did, and yet she always respected the fact that they were not human beings. They were other. They were intelligent. They were individuals, and yet they were separate from us. They were not to be simply anthropomorphized. They were to be appreciated for what they were.
What was she like as a person? You spent a lot of time with her. I'm curious.
She was great company. Here's this famous woman, this activist known around the world, and you could sit. We were in the Congo, as you mentioned, on an expedition, a very different kind of area from Gombe Stream in Tanzania, where she did her chimp work. We had slogged through swamp forest for 8 miles to get to the chimpanzee study camp. I was going in with her and with two other, one scientist and one photographer for National Geographic. And we slogged for 8 miles through swamp and forest. She was 68 at the time. She said, "What are you guys doing? I haven't walked this far in 10 years. Are you trying to kill me?" Her feet were blistered when we got in there. And yet then we set up camp, sat down around a campfire, and she pulled out a bottle of high-quality single malt scotch. So we sat around the campfire with Jane and enjoyed this good single malt scotch. She liked a wee dram. She liked a good conversation.
A wee dram of scotch. Hey, super quick, David. We started this segment off with playing a soundbite that she said her work has taught her that she thinks there is something beyond death, and that therefore dying would be a great adventure. What do you think? Why do you think she believed that? What is it about her work that led her to that revelation?
I smiled when I saw that clip. She died with her boots on. She died unafraid to die. She was not a person who was concerned about herself. She was concerned about the journey, about learning. And if dying was one more form of learning, she didn't claim that she knew that there would be something more. But if there is, it was characteristic of her to say,
I'm
bring
ready.
it on.
David Quammen, thank you so much for talking to us about your friend, Jane Goodall, a
You're
real
very welcome, Melissa.
trailblazer for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.